Hello everyone. I'm testing, doing this live from the outdoors. This is the backyard in my house, and I wanted to be surrounded by nature today. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if the sound is good for this session. You may hear the sound of cars. You may hear the sound of my neighbors or the occasional bird or animal that pop around. So let's see what happens. So welcome to this week's live of the energy of the week, and this week we're going to talk about week 27 out of 2021. Goes from July 5th to July 11th. So being the 27, the heart of the matter fuses with the light. What does that mean? The 7, the 27 is the 2 and the 7. So the 7 wants to bring all this light into our lives, and it wants to help us integrate it in and feel it through our emotional body. So for some people this is very difficult. Some people don't want to actually feel. Some people don't want to have anything to do with the emotional side of their being. And when people are rejecting these emotions, the amount sorry there's some issues with the connection, but let me keep speaking, and as I speak there's a little spider coming in. Anyway, so when we reject or we are resisting the light, then see, there's a spider coming in here. This is what could happen when you are in the outdoors. Excuse me a second. Off you go. Anyway, so there we go, nature. We could get overwhelmed. So some people that have 27s in their charts could be feel overwhelmed and sometimes want to run away from their emotions. They don't want to really feel because it's a lot for them. But when we are listening, when we are accepting, it is a beautiful number to help us birth wisdom. So one of the names is the seeds of light. Another name is passion, because when we start listening and feeling what we really and truly love, then we start bringing passion into our life, and we can focus and direct all our energy into those things we actually love. So part of this energy this week could be that you feel a bit nervous or impatient. So then breathe and allow for the light to come in. Try not to intervene and see what happens. So the year is a year 5, so 27 plus 5 is 32, 5. And 32 tells us, I am crystallized light, I understand what to do, and I speak for others. It's an amazing number. So this week we could start learning to become the instrument and be the bridge between our soul, what our soul wants us to materialize on earth, and the rest of the group. So it's a beautiful energy, because we have the capacity and the possibility to bring in to the world and express our gifts, share with others, and from our wisdom, now new wisdom, we can then help others. So that's a lot for us this week. If we allow, if we are in the ego, in the personality, we could then perhaps feel that we know everything, that we are the best, and there's a risk of pride. So watch yourself, see where you're standing, see what you're doing, and then act accordingly. So if we look at the year 2021 as a 23, we have 27 plus 23 is 55. So if you if you have a sense of being lost, just explore as you need to lose. This number wants us to lose our intellectual mind so we can actually surrender and listen to what our soul is speaking and telling us to do. So watch yourself. You're feeling lost. The only thing you need to do is allow for that sense to just actually, all right, I understand. I don't need to be guided by my mind. I need to listen within to see where my passion is guiding me through. What I'm feeling inside is that I need to be doing today. So also this week, we are in the Sirius portal with Earth from the 3rd of July, so we're quite in the middle of the portal. And some of you may know that Sirius is the sun of our galaxy. It is the sun of our galaxy. And in spiritual terms, this is our spiritual sun. So the fact that there's a portal between Earth and the spiritual sun means there's an intensity of light coming through to allow for the whole of our planet to raise in vibration. So again, if you are listening, if you're open to receive, if you are allowing for your intuition to help you and guide you, then this could be an amazing week for you to grow. If you are in the ego, it could be quite difficult because you'll be contrasted. You will be put in situations where things are going to be a little bit conflicting with you. Okay, so just listen and see where you're standing. So the most important thing is to be aware of what's happening, because we go through different cycles, we are in different positions, and what matters is to understand what we're doing, how we're dealing with things, and so then we're able to move forward according to our choices. So there's an amazing possibility to allow for a spiritual advancement, to expansion of our consciousness as a global energy, and so we can ground our soul's purpose on our daily living. So not just an idea up in the sky, it's an opportunity to actually bring it down to earth. Okay, so the week starts on the 5th of July. And the 5 is a number that wants to understand everything, wants to know every little thing. It's a mind number. It's a mind number. So we need to learn to actually be able to adapt and change and study little things and see where how we can improve the way we're doing things. Sometimes if we get stuck in the intellectual mind, it could be quite difficult, because then our mind can be going on and going on and going on. So if you're doing that, then just settle, just breathe, and allow for the thoughts to disappear. So you can actually connect with yourself and understand what is that you need to improve, what is it that you need to adapt, what is it that you need to change, what is it that you need to understand to move forward and be able to ground that purpose, as I was just saying. So the month is July, so it's a month 7, and the 7 will ask you to trust that what you are getting is true. It will ask you, and it will bring a lot of intensity in terms of a lot of light. So some people even fear number 7, because they have had a sense of intensity, because the 7 wants to fuse all that comes from up above to the material world. So we'll do this, and sometimes when we are not ready, that could feel like a lot of electricity. So if you allow and then trust, it will be fabulous, because then you will be able to uplift your mind and you will be able to see life in a different way. So that's the 12th. Accept the feeling side of your being so you can be guided and then be able to see the world from a different perspective. Like if you were on the top of a mountain, and then you can see the city from the mountain rather from the road. And then the 5 of the year, 12 plus 5 is 17, 8. In the past we've talked about 17, and it's the Holy Grail, and the Holy Grail is seeking the truth. So you're finding the truth of yourself. You know, these times are not allowing for us to just live a life that is superficial. It is requesting from us to really and truly connecting to our truth. So if you're doing things that are not fulfilling, if you are doing things that are not connected to who you truly are, you're going to feel very disappointed. Perhaps you're going to feel a little disheartened. So reconnect, and see where your passion lies, and then move forward with those ideas. The week ends on the 11th of July, and so 11, as we've spoken about it in a few weeks, because we've had a few weeks with 11s, where 11 is, you know, my truth, my will and thy will wants us to really be receiving all that light. And so the 11 could be quite proud because it knows, but when we are letting go of all the ego, the personality, the 11 could be a great channeler. So this day is a great day for us to be able to receive even more of that light. The 11 and the 7, there's a lot of intensity. Trust what you're receiving, connect to your intuition, listen to your inner guide, do a lot of silence so you can actually be guided. And so 11 plus 7 is 18, 9. And 18 is wanting you to break mindsets. So the 8 wants to grind anything in your behavior that is not aligning with who you truly are, is going to ask you to destroy anything, any mind patterns that are not serving you anymore, so you can align with who you are coming to express in the world. And the 5, 18 plus 5 gives us a 23, 14, 5, and 23 is keys to the sun. So we have a possibility once again to uplift our consciousness. We will be given an opportunity to die to the old and resurrect and bring back more of who we are. So in practical terms, this is a week where we are given the possibility to really open our consciousness, to expand our minds, and perhaps start seeing things in a different way. Perhaps there will be things that will be revealed to us that we had never seen before. And so if they come as a bit of a shock, simply just breathe and allow for that information to come through, and move forward and flow with whatever you are guided to do. It's a beautiful number. 32, 5 brings that upliftment of our consciousness, being able to get out of the box and being able to be in contact with our intuition, so we can actually express on the earth what we came here to do. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next week. Let's see what the sound is like. I'm experiencing outdoors, and so let me know if the sound was terrible, and perhaps the spider situation was too much for you. But yeah, I would like to hear your feedback, whether you prefer me to do it indoors or outdoors. And see you next week. Bye.